So, title and thumbnail should give it away. This is going to be hopefully a short video. There might be some time skips, but it's not going to be as grand. And note that this video isn't to stress on anything important in terms of New Genesis or that of PSO2. It's to talk about personal experience of mine that happened at my local anime convention. So, yeah, I was not expecting this. When it comes to this convention, I've been going to it for years, and most likely I will have a separate video going more into details about this. Note that this is not the first time I went to this convention, and if you want to see some past history of that, there are videos out there in my channel. Now, in terms of what I usually do over there at that convention, especially at nighttime, there is a short that I release. It's just a fraction of what I do, but you can see it in the upper right hand corner or in the description. But pretty much, I go crazy at those dances at nighttime, so it's usually on a Friday and Saturday. I'm gonna go more into details about this in a separate video as well. But the thing is, this entire video is to stress on the one viewer subscriber that actually talked to me, approached me at this convention. And I wasn't expecting this person to just, pop up and talk to me about like PSO2 stuff. And it took me a while to figure out that they approached me because of that. So here's the thing. Once again, I've been going to this con for years. I think it's 12 years now or more. I need to look at my passes, but most of the time people know me because, one, I'm a returnee, a person that keeps on coming to this con wearing the same sort of getup, aka the American Morphsuit. So because of that, people will know me. Second, a lot of people recognize that particular suit and also know me because of the dance, because I stand out very quickly, and I also do a bunch of stuff as well in terms of creating dance circles and just like hyping it up and all that jazz. So there's that. Point number 3 is that I'm wearing a full body American morph suit, so like who wouldn't like poke at me at times or like scream out America. And then fourth, some of my pals, acquaintances or old friends, they can easily like see me because it's iconic in a number of ways as well when it comes to how I wore this back in high school as well. So out of all those factors though, this viewer subscriber kind of approached me, and they kind of fooled me at first because they asked me if I was Morphsuit America. Now, this sort of question is something that some other people would ask, because, what is it? I've been wearing this suit for years. And some people would just approach me with that sort of question. I would just nonchalantly answer yes. Now, the moment I responded to them, they decided to kind of gun it and go into heavy talks about PSO2. And then it finally clicked with me when they started to do that, like, oh shoot, this person is a viewer, a subscriber that actually like found me. So I was surprised about that. And then we just went on about talks about PSO2 in terms of content creators, in terms of like the content, in terms of like the goods and bads, talking about Oracle, the good times, bad times. And then I mentioned some stuff that I didn't even mention in like my Discord or in some videos that I kept on the down low. But pretty much like we just talked, and we talked for like 2 to 3 hours. Once again, there's a reason to why I was resting and all that jazz. But obviously I will make time for this viewer subscriber that approached me. Shout out to that person, and most likely I'll have a screenshot on the screen now, because the one thing too is that you wouldn't recognize me because, especially if you're not familiar with the morph suit, if you're not familiar with the morph suit and if you're not familiar with my voice, I would have this thing on. Actually, granted that even if you approach me when I'm wearing this suit, sometimes I don't talk because I kind of pantomime or like communicate with my body, especially since that's kind of a gimmick shenanigan I do with the morph suit on, like with the mask on too. But pretty much, like I had that entire getup on, and most of the time at the convention, like I do not take that off unless like I'm going to a certain area or I actually need to see or something or breathe or drink. I will have that on most of the time at the con, so some people might be reluctant to approach me because they don't know if I'm the same sort of guy that's been going to it for years, which is why some people ask me, Are You Morphsuit America? But anyways, yeah. The thing is, they approached me, we decided to talk, and we just went on and on about PS2 stuff. And they also saw, like, we did split up eventually so we can eat and enjoy the con as it is. We did split up, but then we kind of met up again, especially at nighttime, because I mentioned how I was doing stuff at the dance, quote unquote dance, for Friday and Saturday night, and he was there for Saturday, so he actually got to see me do the crazy things that I mentioned and that were happening at that particular dance. But once again, shout out to that person. I was going to use their name, but you know what? There was no need for me to even mention their name in this video. But we did take a screenshot. I did enjoy the time, the company with the viewer subscribers. So once again, shout out to them. And that is pretty much it with this video. I think I'll leave this video as it is. I try to make it as short as possible. I was trying to go for 5 minutes, but I'm staring at this. It's going to 6. But yeah, just chat with them. Had a good time. Hopefully they had a good time too at the convention. Hopefully you weren't bored when we were going to those dances as well. I mean, granted that he wasn't dancing, but he was watching what I was doing, and it was crazy. Like, the stuff that was happening in those circles, man. I wish I recorded everything, but like I can't. I had to be in those circles too, and I had to do my snippet because, you know, everyone was like egging me on and pushing me and telling me to do it. But separate video for that. Separate video. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace.